Hey everyone, welcome back. We love diving deep into these ideas about personal growth, and you guys sent in some really cool material for today. This one really got me thinking.
Oh, yeah?
So it's all about how we try to cling to these rigid life plans,
Hmm.
but then life throws these curveballs, right? And this material is saying maybe, just maybe, the key is to shift from this idea of a way to a direction.
I like that.
Right. What do you think about that?
Well, it's interesting because it really gets at this inherent human flaw, this thing called the planning fallacy.
Planning fallacy.
Yeah, we underestimate, the time and resources to achieve goals because
Yeah.
we want that comfortable, predictable path.
Totally.
But we all know life rarely works that way.
Oh, tell me about it. I once spent weeks planning this cross-country road trip down to the minute, and let's just say I learned the hard way that detours, sometimes they're a good thing.
Yeah.
But so how does this way versus direction thing, how does that actually work in the real world?
Okay, well, imagine you're using a compass. It points north, right, but it doesn't tell you every single step to take.
Right.
You might hit obstacles, find hidden paths, maybe even realize, hey, a different direction is calling to me. And that's where embracing direction over a fixed way, that's where it gets really interesting.
Okay, so instead of getting bogged down with every single turn, we should focus on the bigger picture, like heading north.
Exactly, you got it.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I can already see how this could be a game changer, especially for someone like me who, well, loves to plan.
Sure.
Maybe a little too much sometimes.
Well, and that's where personal growth comes in. By letting go a little and embracing that sense of direction, we open ourselves up to so much more. We become adaptable, more resilient, and ultimately way more fulfilled.
So we've got to ditch the rigid roadmap, but how do we actually navigate with this direction compass? I mean, how do we make sure we're moving forward?
And that is the million-dollar question, and that is what we're going to talk about as soon as we come back.
So we're ditching the itinerary, embracing the open road.
Yes.
But how do we make sure we're not just wandering around lost?
Right. Well, it goes back to those North Stars, remember?
Okay, yeah.
Those core values and aspirations.
Right.
So instead of getting caught up in specific milestones,
Yeah.
focus on setting those broader goals.
Okay, so how would that work for someone who, I love a good list.
I hear you.
I love a schedule.
Okay.
How do I shift my perspective there?
So instead of saying, I will write 2,000 words every single day,
Mm-hmm.
your goal could be, I will finish writing my novel by the end of the year.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
So it's more about the big picture,
Yeah.
not so much the daily grind.
Exactly. And within that bigger goal,
Yeah.
you have the flexibility.
Okay.
Some days you might write 2,000 words.
Yeah, right.
Other days you might research or just even step away, let things marinate a bit.
So we're not abandoning structure,
No, not at all.
just building in some flexibility to adapt.
Exactly. Because life, it's full of surprises.
Yeah.
And if we hold on too tight to a plan, those surprises,
Yeah.
they can feel overwhelming.
For sure.
But when we focus on the direction,
Mm-hmm.
those obstacles, they become opportunities
I like that.
to problem solve, right? Innovate.
So it's more like an adventure.
It is an adventure,
I like the sound of that.
but like any good adventure, we need the right tools.
What kind of tools?
And one of the most powerful
Yeah.
is mindful decision making.
Okay. So how do we make sure our choices, they're actually aligned with,
With your direction.
yeah, with my direction?
Okay, well, here's a framework.
Good.
Before you make a decision, ask yourself,
Mm-hmm.
does this align with my values?
Okay.
Will this move me closer to my direction, even if it's not the obvious path?
Right.
And what are the costs and benefits, short-term and long-term?
I like that. That's really actionable.
Right.
So we've got our North Star, we're setting those bigger goals, making mindful choices. What else do we need on this journey?
The right mindset.
Okay.
And the key ingredient there
Mm-hmm.
is developing a growth mindset.
Now, I've heard that a lot.
Yeah.
Growth mindset. But what does that actually mean?
So it means you approach challenges as opportunities
Okay.
to learn and grow.
Not as a threat
Exactly.
or a failure.
Yes. So instead of, I messed up,
Right.
it's, okay, what can I learn from this?
I love that.
And that ties into this whole direction over the way thing, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Because those detours, those roadblocks,
Yeah.
they're not setbacks. They're chances to learn and grow.
It's like, what's that saying? Smooth seas never made a skilled sailor.
There you go.
We need those challenges
Absolutely.
to push us to be better.
We do, but navigating those choppy waters,
Yes.
it takes self-reflection, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. We can't just set it and forget it, right?
Right.
So how do we do what does that look like? It's like we're checking our compass, making sure we're still on track, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's about going back to those North Star values,
Right.
those aspirations,
Yeah.
and asking yourself,
Hmm.
are my priorities still the same? Am I still, like, passionate about this direction? Or have I, gone off course a little bit?
That makes sense because
Yeah.
life changes, right? And our direction needs to be able to change too.
Exactly. And, when you reflect,
Yeah.
you might realize you need to adjust your course,
Right.
maybe even change direction completely.
Wow, really?
Yeah, and that's okay. It's not a failure.
Okay.
It's just, growth and renewal.
So it's about being open to the journey, even if it's not a straight line.
Exactly. And here's the thing.
Yeah.
We don't have to do it alone.
Ah, that's true.
Remember to really listen to other people.
You mean like get different perspectives?
Yes. Like having a hiking buddy.
Okay, yeah.
They might see a path you missed,
That's a great way to put it.
Surround yourself with people who challenge you, who make you think differently.
So it's not just about the destination, it's about the whole journey of growth.
Yes. Finding the joy in becoming.
I love that.
And the challenges, the discoveries.
Or the detours.
Especially the detours. They often lead to the best views.
This has been amazing. So much to think about.
Well, I'll leave you with one last thought.
Okay.
Think about a challenge you're facing right now, a decision you need to make.
Mm-hmm.
How can you use this direction over way idea to help you through it?
That's a good one. So to everyone listening, we hope this inspires you to embrace the unknown, trust your gut, and find the joy in your own unique path. Until next time, keep exploring.